What's going on, bench warmers? All right, so we got a live show today. Just thought last second, why not? So, you have any questions? That's what this is for. Live Q and A kind of situation as far as your last second lineups. Let's start with the inactives today. As of right now, we have Chuba Hubbard out, ankle. Jamar Chase hip out. DeAndre Swift is active today. Josh Reynolds back inactive. Alan Lazard is active. Christian Watson is active. That's good news for Aaron Rodgers. So hopefully he gets some throws downfield to Christian Watson. Matt Ryan is out. Jonathan Taylor is out. Zach Moss, team decision, is inactive. Keenan Allen will be out along with Mike Williams. So Joshua Palmer owners, green light, ready to go. DeAndre Carter, illness is active. Dustin Hopkins, kicker, hamstring is out. Darren Waller, hamstring is inactive. Damian Harris, illness, inactive. So Ramon Stevenson, owners, awesome news. He will begin the full workload today. Giggity. Devontae Parker is out with a knee. The guy's always hurt, so whatever. James Robinson is active with his knee injury. So that's so if people are playing Michael Carter, that could cut into his carry share. Corey Davis is out with knee. J.D. McKissick out, and Johan Dodson is out with a hamstring. Okay, so that is it. We're going to dive right into our first game of this week is Chargers against Falcons. The Chargers are giving 3 points to the Falcons. I think this game won't even be that close, so I wouldn't even be worried about that. You're going to have Herbert. You're going to have Joshua Palmer. You're going to have Austin Eckler. They're all going to have good games. They're going to do what they have to do. The Falcons are going to, well, they get Patterson back, so that could add a little wrinkle to their offense with his receiving capability out of the backfield. Other than that, they're wide receivers. You have Bird, who's the deep threat. Hopefully, Drake London starts getting back into the mix. Not quite sure if that's going to happen or not. He's a rookie. This is what happens with rookies. They start hot and then they hit this wall and they disappear. So that's why you never really want to have your roster based on rookie wide receivers like Drake London is a perfect example. Like, oh, he's fantastic, he's awesome, he's going to be my wide receiver 2 for the rest of the season, and then they hit that wall and they disappear. So never recommend having him a rookie wide receiver as a wide receiver 2 as a flex option. Sure, you can always work out your lineup some way that way. But so yeah, with the Chargers game, I definitely say Chargers are going to win. That's no doubt. By 3 points, I think it's going to be more because the Falcons' defense is not that great. And I'm sorry, the Chargers, with just Austin Eckler alone, they're not going to be able to contain him. So we're going to move to the next game, which we have are the Dolphins Bears. The Dolphins are given 3.5. Well, currently, 4.5 to the Bears. Bears with a fresh Claypool and Justin Fields, I think, because of the defensive. So with the defenses, you have Raquan Smith, however you pronounce it. You have him, and we have a question. All right, so we have a question from all right, I guess I'll answer it. It's from Barfy's not able to do the show today for our live and everything like that, but he is playing me this week. So he is going to be asking me this question, of course. Aaron Rodgers or Derek Carr? I think you should play Derek Carr. I think he's got the better matchup. I think he's going to be coming out with a little bit more fire underneath his butt. So it should be interesting to see how that works out. Aaron Rodgers does have healthy wide receivers, so that could prove to be something. You always have Aaron Jones coming out of the backfield for a reception, so that should be something else too. I would go with Derek Carr to beat me. So beat me. All right, back to the Dolphins and the Bears. All right, so with the Bears going against the Dolphins defense, you have Raquan Smith, fresh acquisition from the Bears, playing for the Dolphins now. So obviously he kind of knows how this offense operates. So that could put a little snag in everything. He probably will do a lot of shadowing on Justin Fields to keep him inside the pocket today. Though I still think that Justin Fields will get loose for a couple long gains, and you should probably want to go. You definitely want to probably start Justin Fields. I still feel Fields is going to have a good game. Now, with the Dolphins going against the Bears front seven is liquidated, and they really never had much of a secondary. So Tua to Hill to Waddle to Gesicki to whatever, maybe Jeff Wilson out of the backfield. Mostert doesn't really catch the balls out of the backfield, but so that offense is going to be wide open. It is at Soldier Field, so there's climate conditions that you have to keep an eye on that could force the passing game to kind of falter a little bit. So definitely would say the Dolphins given 3.5 or 4.5 to the Bears is a pretty good line. I think the game will be relatively close. As much as I want to say the offense is going to just blow the Bears away, I think this is going to be one of those games where it's going to be close. I just have this feeling it's going to be a close game. So go on to our next one. We have the Panthers against Bengals, and this isn't even the line right now is the Bengals are given 7. So with the Panthers, you have PJ Walker, and he's proven to be a pretty decent QB as far as, for what he is. He is a backup, but he is doing a admirable job starting for the Panthers. He's finding DJ Moore down the field, finally. Someone is. You have Foreman in the backfield. No Hubbard today, so that should be good for Foreman. Other than that, I can't really speak much on the offense for these guys. They really don't it's not a fantastic offense. PJ Walker is really doing a good job at keeping these guys in games. But against the Bengals, yeah, I understand that Joe Burrow's offensive line has been really, really bad, and it's having an issue as far as Joe Mixon getting loose and all. You still have T. Higgins, you still have Tyler Boyd. It's definitely it's a better team. So I would say Bengals giving 7 is a pretty good line. I think the Bengals by 10 will be it. So we got now Packers and Lions, a little divisional matchup, which should be interesting. Or like I said earlier, with the inactives and actives, we do have Lazard playing. We do have Watkins playing, or Watson, or Christian Watson playing. You do have healthy running backs in the backfield for Packers. Aaron Rodgers. With the Lions, they are absolutely horrendous on defense. So if there was a week for them to actually do something, for the Packers to actually get in line with these rookie wide receivers and the young wide receivers and all that, Romeo Doubs and all these guys, are like, this should be a week to do it. This is an incredible matchup for them to do it. I believe that the game could get out of hand a little too quick. So you're going to see a lot of Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon running the ball to kind of run the clock out, because it's going to be 21-0 by halftime. Not saying anything bad about the Detroit Lions offense. Jared Goff is doing a decent job. You have St. Brown. No more TJ Hawkinson. Swift isn't fully healthy yet. So you have Williams running the ball. So again, the better team is going to win. Packers are giving 3.5. I think this is done by over a touchdown. I think this game gets out of hand. There's going to be a lot of garbage time points for your Goff people that are going to play him this week. So that's a good thing to look forward to. Down the list we go. We got Colts and Patriots. That should be a decent game, I think. So Patriots are giving 6. I think this could be a game where so it's a bad matchup for Deion Jackson. Deion Jackson's going against a very solid run defense against the Patriots. So the Colts are going to have to rely on Michael Pittman Jr. They're going to have to rely on Paris Campbell to really help this young quarterback out, Ellinger. Hopefully I pronounced that right. But they do have, I think they have 4 running backs active today for the Colts. So that should be, you have Jordan Wilkins, and you have a bunch of other running backs also. It should be a committee attack. So if you have Deion Jackson, I would not recommend playing him. I understand that you probably made him a priority on your waiver wires or with your fab and all that. I probably would not recommend you taking him into consideration in your starting lineup if you have to, as a flex option, maybe, but I really don't think he's going to have that kind of game that you're thinking he's going to have. This is a solid run D. So with the Patriots going against the Colts defense, you have Mac Jones, you have Jacoby Myers. Ramon Stevenson should get a large share of carries and receptions. It's going to be a Ramon Stevenson day. The clock's going to get run out really quick on this game because it's just going to be run, 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 run. So yeah, it's not looking too good for them with a Patriots given 6. I think this is a easily one of those AFC games that's going to be 20-10, and Patriots win. It's going to be ugly for both offenses. So yep. All right. So we have next the Bills and Jets. Bills and Jets should be an interesting game. You have the Bills defense has been kind of so-so. Zach Wilson's been kind of ugly. He needs to find Garrett Wilson, and he needs to find him early and often. He needs to find these young receivers, young talented wide receivers. James Robinson comes in, should help Michael Carter with the running game, and Michael Carter takes those passing down reps. So Zach Wilson hopefully can get his, Zach Wilson is a decent quarterback, I feel, for the Jets. He is going to be the quarterback going forward, unless they totally just nuke the whole entire thing again, like they always do after the season. But I'm not quite sure against this high-powered offense they're going to be able to keep up. Yeah, it doesn't, without saying anything, you have Josh Allen who's going to throw to Diggs. He's going to throw underneath the McKenzie. He's going to throw to Singletary. They just got Nyheim Hines. Nyheim Hines is very, very efficient out of the backfield with catching the ball. So the line on this is 11.5. That is, I would actually take the Jets on this. I think it's not going to be a crazy blowout, but I think they do win by 10. So I would take the Jets on this, getting 11.5. If you're a betting person, throw some cash on that. I don't think it's going to get crazy out of hand. The Jets defense is pretty good. Let's not forget Sauce Gardner. He can lock down a guy. So Stephon Diggs could be in for a long day. We have another question. Lynn wins. All right. Robert Woods or Terrence Marshall. I totally forgot about Terrence Marshall. I'm not big on Robert Woods. So with PJ Walker slinging the ball, DJ Moore showing that he should be getting more attention downfield, I definitely would say Terrence Marshall would be the guy to start. Not saying that's a favorable thing to do. I wouldn't. Terrence Marshall would be a guy that I would say, yeah, throw him into your lineup. He is getting a lot of targets, but this is Terrence Marshall. Let's not forget who he is. He's one of those receivers that will make that real difficult catch for 10 yards, and then who will drop that wide open 15-yard slant for a touchdown. And he's very frustrating when it comes to that. Thanks for your question, Linwoods. Hey, guys, if you're watching this, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. A lot of effort goes into our shows. This will probably be turning into a 3-show a week kind of thing. So if you enjoy what you're seeing, hit that subscribe button. So going on, Barfield was able to join us today, but we had fresh skivvies. I am playing him this week, so we'll see what happens with that. All right, going down to Vikings and Commanders. The Vikings are given 3 points in this matchup. So Tyler Heineke is the guy that I thought they should have been playing from the start in the beginning of the season. They should never have really gone after Carson Wentz. So he's playing very, very well. He's actually getting the ball out to McLaren's and Samuels, and their running back core. I don't know why they don't give the ball to Gibson more. They're trying to force feed Robinson, and he's been kind of okay, not very efficient. Excuse me. So if they get the ball to Gibson more often, I think this could turn into a really, really close game. Vikings freshly acquiring TJ Hawkinson. I think he'll have red zone packages where he might come down with a touchdown or two. You still have Justin Jefferson. Kirk Cousins is playing very, very well this year. Coming out of the backfield, you have Madison, and Cooks. Very, very good running backs coming out of the backfield. Commanders are going to have a solid day on defense to keep this close, to keep it within line for Heineke to pull some heroics. So that being said, I'm taking the Vikings given 3 no matter what. Let's check. Raiders at Jags. All right, so this is the match that I was talking about earlier as far as who you want to play over Aaron Rodgers or Derek Carr. I said you should probably play Carr coming off a really, really bad week. He's going to come out firing this week against a really poor Jags team. The Raiders are given 2 points. I don't think this is going to be even close. I think the Raiders are going to blow the Jaguars out. They have to remember that they have a very, very good running back in Joshua Jacobs coming out of the backfield. They have to feed this kid. They have to get him on little screen passes, little flare outs, all that. You have Renfro, who has been kind of like asleep at the wheel for most of the season. Not sure what's going on there with his usage. Usually his slot guy is heavily used in this offense, and he's not being used. You have Matt Collins seems to be taking over that role. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. Adams, of course, started off fast. He had really good games, and he's kind of fallen behind a little bit. I think it's more – I'm not quite – I can't put my finger on what's going on with the Raiders right now, but they better figure it out soon, or they're going to have to hit the reset button altogether, and that means Carr's gone. They might have to send Adams somewhere. I don't know, but they'll have to reboot the whole thing if this does not work this year. So with the Jags going against the Raiders do have a decent defense. Trevor Lawrence has been kind of up and down. I'm not ready to say he's a bust yet. I think he still needs that number one receiver. I think Christian Kirk is a solid 2. He still needs that number 1 guy that can get open. He can rely on, throw the ball up to. Maybe Adams goes to them next year and see what happens there. But yeah, Trevor Lawrence is not, I don't think he's a bad quarterback. I'm not saying that he's a bust yet. With the backfield, Etienne is electric coming out of the backfield. He can take anything to the house, a little small 5-yard out or even, an off tackle run, and he's up the sideline. He's gone. He's playing fantastic. Evan Ingram's looked actually good after watching him for so many years falter with the Giants. So with the Raiders given 2, I'd say the Raiders win by 3 or more, maybe, probably, most likely. It's one of those AFC boring games. I don't know why AFC's games have been so boring, but that's pretty much it. All right, 4 o'clock games. We have Seahawks Cardinals. Seahawks Cardinals. We have Cardinals given 2 to the Seahawks. That's surprising because I think the Seahawks are going to steamroll the Cardinals. Geno Smith is playing at a very, 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 very good rate of play this season. He's got 2 solid receivers. He's got a solid rookie running back in Walker. The defense is solid. The one of the top secondaries in the league. So going to the Cardinals saying that they're going to win by 2, I don't think that's going to happen. I'm sorry. I think they're going to shut down Kyler Murray. He's going to run around like a 5-year-old, child, try to make a play, and he's going to get sacked, and he's going to lose yards. He's going to make a bad throw. He's going to get intercepted. Hopkins is still going to get his stuff. He's still going to get his targets, and he's still going to get his yards because he's a very talented receiver. Rondale Moore is going to get shut down. It's not. I would not say this is going to be a good game for the Cardinals. I think the Seahawks just go in and cream them. So I would be taking the Cardinal. I would be taking the Seahawks with getting 2 points. Absolutely. So Rams Buccaneers. You have Todd Brady against Stafford. Both quarterbacks have been kind of meh this year. Buccaneers are giving 3 points. I can't believe they're giving 3 points. The Rams backfield is a whole another mess. Not sure if it's going to be Henderson or is it going to be Cam Akers or is it going to be Ronnie Rivers. No clue. Kyron Williams did not get activated off IR to make an appearance in this game, which I all thought he was going to, being how bad the backfield has been over the last couple of weeks. So you have a committee approach coming in. So it takes the value down on everybody. Stafford to Kupp is still going to be a thing. Wait, is Kupp hurt? Kupp's hurt. I don't know. Anyway, Buccaneers. So you have Evans and you have Godwin. I think Godwin's going to have a monster game. I think Ramsey's going to shadow Evans most of the game. So Ramsey's just going to, or Godwin's going to run free, and he's going to make Brady and himself very valuable plays in fantasy football this week. Fournette's going to get his carry, so we'll wait. So, oh no, like looking at their defenses, I think this is going to be a real like slugfest. I do think you're probably going to get into the 20s with points, but it's going to be big play after big play to get there. And it's not going to be a lot of them, but it's going to be a lot of them, plenty of them that's going to actually do something. All right, so Titans and Chiefs. With the Titans and Chiefs, Titans at Chiefs, Chiefs are giving 12 and a half to the Titans. I think that's crazy. 12 and a half is a lot. I would be taking the Titans on this. I think they're going to run the ball and they're going to run it efficiently with Derrick Henry. And that's pretty much all they have. But then they set up the play action with Tannehill, who's an excellent play action quarterback. I understand the Chiefs offense will score a lot of points, but their defense is also going to let up a lot of points. And if Derrick Henry has his way and he has one of those 150-yard, 3-touchdown days, so it keeps it marginally close for a primetime game, which is what you want to have because people turn it off. And NFL doesn't want that. So they're not going to schedule a game like this. If they think it's going to be a blowout, they would flex it out, and they didn't. So I definitely would say Titans getting 12 and a half is a line that I would be taking absolutely. So for our final Monday night game, it would be the Ravens at Saints. Rashad Bateman is out. So that Devin Duvernay is going to have to pick up the slack. Mark Andrews, I'm not sure if he's going to be out. I think he's game time decision. But even though I saw with Likely, the backup tight end, he showed that he could actually play in this league last week. So going against the Saints defense, which is not that good at all. So Lamar Jackson should be taking over this game with his legs. We don't have any Gus Edwards, so it's going to be a committee approach again. But I'm going to see a lot of Lamar Jackson probably doing what he does best is run, run, run. And then when the team start trying to compensate for his run, Devin Duvernay over to the top for a touchdown. And likely between the 5 and the 10 yards, going to be bang, bang, bang all day or all night. Saints, Kamara has been absolutely killing it over the last couple of weeks. Andy Dalton has been pretty efficient outside of the one game where he threw 3 interceptions. But I'm thinking, yeah, the line is correct. I think the Ravens win this, and I win it by 3 or more. So I'd be taking that. Still checking for questions. Haven't seen any questions. This is basically being done. So if you guys have any last minute lineup questions, bring them on. Check us out. If you like what you watched, hey, hit that like and subscribe button. And I'm going to wait around for a little bit longer to see if anyone else has any other questions to ask. We've had a couple, which was cool. So bring on any questions that you may have for your rosters for last second. And I will do my best to give you the best information I have. So I'm going to, let's see. I'll give you guys probably another couple minutes. We'll make this like a 30-minute segment. So get through all the matchups. And then I can do some questions in between, which I've done, but not very many. Last year when we were doing this, we had when we did our live shows more often than we did this year, which weren't any. This is the first one. Usually we'd have a nice handful of questions during. So it's probably going to take some time for everyone to find us and start up that questions segment again. So, but yeah, hopefully you guys have any questions if you're watching. If you're liking what you're seeing, just hit that like and subscribe button. Notification bell on YouTube. We will be going on to Rumble soon as well. So that should be interesting. All right. All right. That is probably going to be it for today. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed what you watched. And I will catch you Tuesday for our waiver wire top target.